All right. So we're going to be watching this replay over. We literally just played this match, but I did not see it from the eyes of Nyra here. So Nyra, it was a good decision to go. If you could get there a little bit faster, let's back it up here. If we watch, you see Basarui, the guy who scored here, was on kickoff, so he doesn't have a lot of boost. He can't get there fast. Now I know reading it is kind of rough whenever it's fast off the kickoff like that. But if you can like try to get in the way, if you don't have confidence in yourself, rotate towards the goal to at least try to get back. I see you have full boost here, so it is possible that you might be able to get back. If not, it'll be okay. But as long as as long as you make a defensive decision instead of an offensive decision like you did here, then it's going to save a little bit more time. Hey Shay, welcome in, dude. So this is fine. It's just one goal. We don't worry too much about one goal. I'll always keep your head up for those for sure. So I like that you cheat up, but I think whenever you cheat up, at the point of impact, I would say you want to be between those two pads right there. Like you're on the first one. It's not a bad decision to at least cheat up, but I think it would be better for you to like drive up a little bit and then front flip. It'll allow you to get to that area a little bit faster if the ball is stopped. And a lot of the opponents in this rank are going to be cheating up really fast. So that's going to enable you to play a little bit faster off of the kickoff. Now, obviously, not all kickoffs are going to be stationary. If they're not, then you can retreat. If you watch any of my games, it's just cheat up, react, and do that. But if it's stopped in the dead center, you want to be the first one to get to that ball. And if your opponent is in between those two pads, he's going to beat you 9 out of 10 times. Yeah, exactly. Like it's an offensive cheat up, but whenever you're at the higher ranks, like obviously it depends on your speed. Like I said earlier, whenever we were talking about rotations, you want your range to be increasing widely. So at the champ level, I think it would be better to be a little bit faster than this. So I would definitely recommend moving up and then flipping forward. So I like that you go here. It's unfortunate that you missed. Just work on the reads and such. But what I want you to do here from this point, grab the boost. Yeah, flip back. Don't waste boost here for sure. I really like that you do not use the boost whenever you're recovering. Now, obviously, it'll make you faster, but if you're going supersonic, just keep flipping and you'll be able to get back just as fast. It's good to wait here. It's good that you go. It's kind of an unfortunate read again. Take a little bit more time. So if you watch your opponents here, see Basarui is committed. He is not able to make too much of a play right now. It's very obvious he's not able to follow this ball. And if you see Nathan here, is not going. So you can take a little bit of time and to like try to get to that ball and make sure that your shot is on target. You have a lot more time than you think you do because we're not at the SSL rank and they're not pushing entirely at it. You want to play it a little bit slower whenever it's this kind of situation. But it's still good that you did go. Alright, yeah, grab the boost there for sure. And just keep on retreating. Yeah, retreat, back post. Make sure to stay out of the way of your teammate. For sure. So there's a good 50. Grab mid boost. Yeah, for sure. Always make sure you are turning towards the net. Whenever your teammate is on right side, there's not a lot of places that they can go if there's no one challenging. It's always in front of the net or on left side. So you're going to want to consistently be aimed to the best position your team can make. And the best position that can be made there is over the net for a pass. Now, the pass was a little low. I'll cut myself short there. That was a really low pass, and it was really unfortunate for sure. I think if you saw Nathan boosting towards the ball, you don't jump yet. I think if you see the play being shifted lower on the goal line, it's a lot easier to save those than it is if it were higher. So just kind of like slow down and wait for the play. Wait to see what happens. used a little bit of boost after coming off of the squishy recovery. It honestly, like one of the ways I use squishy recoveries, I'll get to to the tip of it and I'll jump off. It allows me to get down a little bit faster. And like whenever you're on the ground, you're able to flip, you're able to do more, you can recover without using boost. So it's good that you went for that recovery, but it would be a little bit better if you were to get to the ground a little bit faster, and you can do that by doing an upside down jump or just jumping off of the top of the goal line anyways. Those are good bumps. It pushes them out of position. See, you've got no boost here. I definitely would recommend you trying to figure out padding on the field, right? There are 32 boost pads on the field. I believe that's including the big ones. So you're able to make a play. Like a lot of it is in an oval shape in the center. So you're going to want to kind of rotate your path on that so that you can get enough boost to make a play if Basarui makes a mistake. Like 0 boost, yes, you can make a play. But obviously, in this position, Basarui is going to beat you to the play, and you don't have boost to reposition fast enough. Even missing that pad, I know it's rough, but good steal on the boost, and great steal on that boost as well. That allows me to make a play here. Oh yeah, there you go. That was good weight on it. You waited. So I really like that whenever the ball was being flung over here, you played it like facing Nathan's nose. From this position, the most threatening thing that could happen is if Nathan were to hit it towards his corner and take possession. So you turned that way, and that allowed you to make a play if he did get a great touch, and it made it so that his play would be slower, and it also made it, you were also close to the play enough to a point that if he were to make a mistake like he did, you could turn and take your shot, which was fantastic. I love that play. I say turn there. I think you turn and try to get like a dribble play going. I'm not a big fan of pinches off of corner, but I do respect the attempt. Good bump, really good play. Kind of rotating in that direction allows you to cut off any mistakes that I were to make if I were to make any, and it also allows them to not be able to make a play fast enough over you. So that was a good decision to rotate through the aggressor rather than behind the aggressor or in front of me. So you decided there you needed to go back post, which is correct, and then you also decided if I could be a nuisance, I'd be a nuisance. I don't know if it was luck or if that was intentional, but it was a great bump and it allowed for this play to go in. So that one's all you. I'm of the opinion that you cheat up every time. So whenever I'm in that position, what I'll normally do is I'll turn and I'll grab the boost pad beside the play, and then I turn back on the kickoff. But I'm not gonna judge you for not doing so, especially considering that a lot of the time I'm not able to stall the ball because my kickoff just is a 50. It's not gonna generally play towards the mid, and if it does, I can follow it if I know you're not there. But it does allow us to make a play if it does happen. Waiting mid's good. That was just an unfortunate 50. It's good that you went back. That is weird. Okay, I like that you went. I like that you went for the ball. It was really funny that you bumped into him. And this was a good decision to 50 because it like you saw here. I had turned and I went behind you. So I like automatically that says you can go. You demoed the previous guy, so that allows you to go as much as you want, and you can just get in there and wreck face. And that was a great decision to go in for a 50. 50 spills out to me. He just whiffs those. That's decent. I like being able to go under it. I would say what you'd want to do in this position, right? If he's above you with the ball and he makes a touch off wall, he's probably going to hit it, and he's probably going to scoop it like he did, right? So instead of jumping at it and flipping, now I do it a lot. I jump and flip. Instead of doing that, drive under it and then turn back towards net and that'll allow you to. It's basically just extending your shadow. So if you do that, then it's going to force him to throw the ball away to one of us. If it's towards net, then I've got it. If it's towards corner, then you can take it around the net if you wanted to. But instead, choosing to flip here puts you out of position, and it puts me at a 1-2. Fortunately, the opponent's positioning was not very good. Nathan was not quite in an aggressive passing stance. And yeah, just get in there. Just do something with it. Again, reads are important, but great back pass. That was a good decision. Making it a lot easier for me to go instead of for the opponents to go is always a good decision whenever you are low boost, you are unsure what's happening, or you see your opponent even coming up. Like I say all the time, never underestimate the power of a back pass. They are so good for all the right reasons. Yes, that was great positioning and all that good stuff. I remember whenever I was playing this point out, I was like, your positioning is fantastic. You've got this. You played it really well. You waited to see if our 50 would happen, and you waited again in the spot that would be most likely the most threatening in that situation. It would allow them to spill out and make a play. So you cut off their ability to make a play if we did 50 it, and then you also were close enough to make a play on it faster than Nathan could. So that was a good play. That's a good boost steal. If you could get there just a little bit faster, it's a little stronger. But if you do, I saw you did get bumped, so it probably kind of messed you up. But here in this position, you see Basarui here, so you know it's possible he's going to make a touch on it. So there's multiple things you could do. You could do what you did and try to beat him, but he's in the octane, so he's not gonna miss this. Or instead, you could try to get ahead of the ball where he's going to touch it and turn your car either left or right to get a 50 that spills out better to me. See, like here, I had to go back immediately because I felt a little threatened with it because it got to a zone that I was not quite ready for. If you had turned a little bit, you might have been able to block it off, but you instead got first touch and he got second touch, forcing it here. Nice touch. That's good. That's a good decision. Go fast. There, I'd say wait. I'd say wait a little bit closer to the wall, but I was there to back you up on it because there was really not a lot that they could do besides this. So the moment you see that ball, it was good. It was good. I saw you were kind of hesitant to go at first. Like you jumped up and then you realized no, and then you went back immediately. Great decision. If you jumped like that, and I jumped and I clearly missed the net or I missed the backboard, you go back, you play defense, right? And here I got demoed, so yes, I agree. Go, you can get up, go above them, always go above them. If you go below them, they're literally just going to jump. If you go above them, then that forces them to either drop the dribble or flick it. And if they do either of those, then that's going to basically remove their chances of scoring. Because I'm demoed, I'm back, so feel free. That's a good 50. It's always good to go for the 50 there. Okay. Yeah, feel free to grab that boost. You got a lot of time here, so taking your time is great. Great flick. Like always. Okay. So you got this flick over him, which is great. Boost under this ball. Right? If you can catch it in a good spot, you've got 77 boost, so you don't need anything more. If you can catch it in a good spot for your car, it being skinny as it is, you're able to make a better flick. Instead, you took a shot on it, which you did half volley, which is good. Half volley is where you like let it bounce and then hit it. But instead, you could have caught it and made a better flick off of it, and that would have made a lot more strength towards the play. It would have allowed more time to me where I could go. I tried to knock it behind the second guy. Yeah, I feel that, but I think in general, if they're not already pushing, you catch it and you try to dribble it. Because there's only one. All you gotta do is play rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors wins. Instead, you said, are you playing defense? Which, instead of being rock, paper, scissors, is just a coin flip. It was good to wait there. See, I make that play too, where I hit it off the wall. And I don't know how that play actually is. I don't know how good it is in, like, towards the meta. But definitely after touching it, it is good to go back post. For sure. I like that you do back post rotations a lot more than a lot of other people, like, in this rank and a little bit lower. So it's really good. Yeah, waiting there is perfect, because he's got something on it. It was a good catch. If that guy's pushing as hard as he is, as you come off the wall, hit the brakes and let it fall. Now, I don't do it. I don't do those low 50s. But if you hit the brakes and let it fall, then it's going to not allow him to get so much height on it, and it's going to allow me to make a play on it. Because he's already jumping, so either you're going to destroy him on the 50, or it's going to roll out to me, allowing me to make a play. Instead, it goes above our crossbar, and he's able to take a shot. It wasn't very good. Alright, there, don't jump. Don't jump. Have some faith in your teammates there, for sure. It's good that you stopped, but you did use some boost. And there, I think you wait. It's clear. Pay more attention to ball and don't look at opponents. Yeah, for sure. I feel it. So there, I don't think we go. Nathan's got more towards it. He's got it's clear. I've seen it a lot in like lower elos. This guy is there. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, I got the tail gun here. But Nathan's got this. I know that you had a good read on it, but he's able to get to his own touch a little bit faster because he can see where he touched it, how he touched it, etc. Either that or play it a little bit slower to allow me access to come back. It was a good shot though from him, so no harm, no foul. I don't know what happened with that. That was weird lag. Even in replays, I'm lagging. Micromanagement here says don't turn. Right? So you turning here, like a little bit onto the opponent, will make it infinitely harder. So the reason that is you're cutting how much range you have. Whenever you are looking at this ball, obviously it's spilling out offensively. We have some aggression, right? But you turned towards the ball, and that, like imagine, you remember my paint from yesterday where I was showing you how range works, and you have your range in front of you that's so easy to get to, and then behind you is a little bit weaker. It's like a giant circle around you, kind of like a spade, even, I would say. Yeah. So you're cutting how much you have based off of how close you are to the wall. So if you were like on the wall, you cut your range in half because you were only allowing yourself the left or right access to the spade. But here in this play, the only things you're able to cover are left of the play and the wall in front of you. If you turn instead, if you turn away for it just a little bit, you're able to cut off a wider range that incorporates if he misses, if he hits it behind you, you're much easier to recover, and if he were to hit it in front of his net, you have access to that range as well. So looking at the ball here will cut what you can cover just in half, or even more than that. So it's risky to turn here. Yeah, grab boost there for sure. I know that you had a decent amount of boost. You could make a defensive play with it, but the thing is that they're both back on our side. They had to use boost to get where they are. So you're not you're basically saying only one of you is going to be back in time. Now, unfortunately, he got back in time, but you're able to make a play here. That's kind of a 50-50. I think going there isn't an awful choice, but I think it's not as good as turning away instead. If you turn away, like here, you committed into their goal, or like towards their goal here, towards their quarter even, and there was no boost there. You have 0 boost. The boost on their quarter is gone. That's putting teammate in a position that's not very strong. He cannot make a play. This is Rocket League. That's true, right? So this position is very, very much so on a panicky situation where it's really rough. It's kind of like moving your queen in chess. 15k channel point moment. Yeah, this is basically that. She's able to go back. I definitely say pad again, because you can get back. You can get back with 60 boost. In that position, if you pad correctly, you can go 48, 60 boost. It doesn't matter which one; they're both very good, and you're able to back me up in the play. Fortunately, they didn't make anything offensive off of it. Definitely a good choice to go. If you could get there a little bit faster, you beat him, right? But you didn't know if I had it again, which is completely fair. It looked like I had it. Just a good wave dash to go. And that one was my bad entirely. I threw whenever I realized. I thought I was playing blue for a second whenever I saw you. So that was just entirely my bad, and it was definitely good for you to back up and turn this way is good as well. So you managed to basically recover. So there, I hate it because I do it all the time, where I bonk it off of my head and I hit the wall with it, and I lose possession. I do it all the time, but I know the way to do it. Yeah, exactly. You didn't get a good catch. So you definitely want to hit it. If you're going up on wall, you want to hit it with the entirety of your front. If you want to catch it, then you want to hit it ahead of the windshield. But I do that crap constantly, so I know the struggles. I still don't know how this guy got his flip reset. I think you were correct to go, because it definitely did not look like he had that flip reset. Good to wait there for sure. Maybe catch it instead. I think hitting it here puts it in a weird spot where it's like bouncing, but if you're able to catch it and dribble it over to get this boost, that's a lot stronger. Oh, you also missed the boost. Felt. Good jump. Good to go. I'm not very good at flying. I accidentally have 2 windows on my stream open. It's really funny. But I'm not very good at flying. Definitely works to hit this ball, like, up instead. Like, towards the ceiling. And then trying to get maybe another touch. I see you have 42 boosts, so maybe not. But consider this position again, right? Boost towards the ground. That's going to allow you to recover faster and get back on defense. And really, unfortunately, they scored. Definitely a my bad situation, but I would say boost towards the ground to try to get back in time. Interesting kickoff. It wasn't a bad game. Like your positioning was like the highlight of it all, for sure. But I think a lot of the issue that you had dealt with in that game was commitment issues and mechanics. Obviously, I'm not going to sit here and say that mechanics and all that good stuff are easy to learn and such, but it seemed like a lot of the mistakes just came from mistouches, um, which is fine. It happens to all of us. We all either whiff or we make a mistake, but it's definitely more important to work towards what you have. You have great positioning and such. If you can learn to make meaningful, consistent touches, then you got it. You figured it out. You progress. It's definitely you've definitely worked on the things that mattered the most, and next comes the phases where everybody knows how to do it. You just gotta play the ball better than they do. We are at that phase where that is the next stage.